Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Danger Man. This is season 1. This is episode number 3. This episode is called Josetta. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Interesting because I'm assuming this is possibly a person, possibly a woman. So knowing the title for this one doesn't really give a lot away, whereas a lot of the times with titles, it kind of gives you a little bit of an inkling as to what possibly may happen. But with this show, it's not really kind of a thing. But saying that with The Prisoner, like there was episodes of The Prisoner where the title would have been better suited to a different episode, like the whole Once Upon a Time and Please Do Not Forsake Me. Once Upon a Time could have been Please Do Not Forsake Me and things like that. So it's going to be interesting to see what's happening in this one. Last episode was interesting because we had Drake go and find this guy in Austria who was going on a hunting trip and he'd murdered this guy. He was a professional assassin and we had to go hunt him down and maybe give him over to somebody else because Drake didn't want to kill him. But then Drake decided, oh, actually, maybe I better kill him because there was this teacher and she stopped to help. At first, I didn't trust her, but then her stopping to help kind of set things off on a bad track and things just went downhill from there on in. And, you know, these other assassins, I assume, turned up at the cabin and things started to go absolutely tits up. And the guy ended up, you know, getting into a fight with Drake and then the gun went off and he died anyway. But to see Drake at the start of the episode be like, I'm not going to do your dirty work for you, to then him being like, I'm going to have to do this was interesting. But he even said to the teacher, like, you know, sometimes we have to do these bad things. And she was against it because of her husband dying during a revolution, she said. So it's going to be interesting to see what this one's about. Let's go. Oh!
Good morning. Who is that?
My name is De Silva. I have an appointment with Senor Ingres.
Please do come right in. Just push the door.
Oh, see, people far too trusting.
Come this way, Senor De Silva.
Thank you.
My brother is not home yet.
Oh, I have a note asking me to meet him here.
Oh, then he will be here very soon. If you don't mind helping yourself, I'm afraid everyone is at the fiesta.
You are not going?
No, they say it's a wonderful sight.
May I pour you a drink?
No, thank you.
Oh, shit.
I have not heard your name before, Senor De Silva. You are a stranger to this town?
Not altogether, senorita.
Listen, I can hear my brother's car coming now.
I can hear nothing.
Oh, you will in a second.
Oh, see.
Yes.
Her other senses
How do
are
you know it's your brother's car?
attuned
Tell
because
the sound of one from another.
of her size.
Senor De Silva.
De Silva.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
no. Hope this girl survives.
What are you doing here?
Jesus.
That he'd been shot in the presence of his blind sister excited the imagination of the public, so much so that it stirred them to anti-American riots, even to besieging our embassy.
Oh.
There was only one answer to this mass hysteria.
Him.
Discover who was really responsible.
De Silva. Won't be his real name, will it?
What do you want, senor?
I'm calling on Senorita Ingrid.
Then you must wait. The chief is with him.
Oh, the chief, I'd like to see him. Colonel Segura, I'd like to see him too, if I
What
may.
is your name?
Drake.
Why do you want to see him?
Oh, no, that's Colonel Segura's business, isn't it?
What is my business?
Why he's here.
Colonel Segura? My name is Drake, John Drake.
When did you get in, Senor Drake?
This afternoon.
I would have thought you would have given me the honor of your first call.
Oh, no, you were to have been my second call, Colonel. Now, if you've no objection, I'd like to see Senorita.
But I do object. We are quite capable of handling our own business.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you are, Colonel.
But he's
many
being sent
people
here
believe
for a
that
reason.
My country is involved in this affair. That makes it our business, too, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Senorita, I apologize for invading your privacy again, but Senor Drake has come all the way from America to talk to you. He was very insistent. Senor Drake, Senorita
I
Ingrid.
think perhaps the Colonel is being a little unfair, Senorita. Many people have been persuaded that my country is responsible for your brother's death. You must, of course, know that this is not true.
It's like a diplomatic mission, this one.
May I offer you a seat?
No, thank you very much.
How can I help you?
Well, first of all, have you any suspicion as to who it might have been?
No, none.
Do you know what he looked... what kind of a man was he?
That height. He had a nice voice. Soft and deep.
Would you know it if you heard it again?
I shall never forget that voice.
Aw.
Was it American?
No, it was one of my countrymen.
Was there anything else that you can remember?
There was a scent, a perfume.
soap?
Shaving lotion or the dressing on his hair. It was pleasant.
Can you place it?
No, but I'd know it again.
Is there anything else?
He gave a false name. De Silva. My brother didn't recognize the name, but when he came into the room and saw him, he knew him.
He knew him.
Then there were the shots. I heard my brother gasp and fall. And
There was, yeah,
man,
multiple
in panic,
shots.
I could hear his breathing.
Thank you very much.
But you mustn't be. We must know why. Why?
I must advise you to keep right out of this affair.
Oh, why is that, Colonel?
Your country has enemies here. They will soon learn that you are interfering, and then your life will be in danger.
You think it's better if I go back home?
Yes, Senor Drake, I do.
No. This visit of mine must have been very inconvenient for you, Colonel.
Are you suggesting that I am trying to smother this?
It's like when the FBI turn up at like local police departments when they're on a case, they hate it.
When we find the assassin, we will see that he goes to trial.
And in the meantime, you're not going to look too high.
Let me explain the situation in our country. We know that the army party has most to gain from the assassination.
Wow.
Their agents are whipping up the rioters. If they can provoke them into enough trouble, the army will step in to save the country.
Ah.
General Hagos will take on temporary powers. Temporary forever. I don't like Hagos, and I don't like dictators.
Argos is not as good as it used to be honest.
Nailing the assassin.
They don't even do catalogues anymore.
Frankly, Colonel.
A luxury we are learning to do without.
As we're being so frank, have you any suspects?
Several. One in particular, a young army officer, Lieutenant Juan Cortez, a young man with a talent for getting himself into trouble.
Ah.
What kind of trouble?
Where do we find him?
There was only one witness. She could not see him.
No.
Oh, he has little enough to fear. He just has to keep his head.
The girl said that he lost his nerve after the shooting.
If it was Lieutenant Cortez, he has had time to get his nerve back.
It wasn't long before I found
Whose
myself
money
in a
is
game
this?
with Lieutenant Cortez. A pleasant enough young man for a cold-blooded assassin.
See you, senor.
True pair.
Too bad, Senor Drake. Cards ran against you all the evening.
I hope we shall have the pleasure of your company again tomorrow evening.
Ah.
Good night, sir.
It's his voice. That's the man.
Do you, know this?
Oh, yes, that's his perfume.
And it was the perfume of Lieutenant Cortez' hairdressing this evening. Thank you very much, Senorita. Sorry to have disturbed you at such a late hour. Well, Colonel, we now know for certain that Cortez is the killer.
I need stronger evidence than a similarity of voice and the scent of some hair perfume. There was only one witness. She did not see him.
Our only hope is to make him give himself away.
Oh, why should he do that?
Well, the girl said that he panicked after the shooting. Now, we must play on his nerves, demoralize him, break him, force him into making a false move.
Oh, a splendid idea, Senor Drake.
But how?
do we achieve such remarkable results?
Can you find me an electronics expert? Good of you to allow us to come. Now, we want to make a little experiment. Would you care to sit down? Now, we all know that Lieutenant Cortez killed your brother. He is confident that he is safe from discovery.
Yeah.
We must shake that confidence. If we can do so, even momentarily, we may force him into making a mistake.
What did I do, Mr. Drake?
You are going to make Cortez think that you can see, that you saw him shoot your brother.
How could I?
Well, it will take a great deal of perseverance and practice, but if I may say so, I think that you are a most...
Capable of doing it?
Senorita.
I will do my best, Mr. Drake.
Josetta, if you can hear me clearly, then touch your hair. Good. Stay where you are. Cortez is here, but he hasn't seen you yet. A pace ahead of you. One pace is a step down, a wide one, then another to the floor.
He's seen her.
Mm-hmm.
Cortez has seen you now. Take your hand from Roy's arm. Here comes the captain. Give him a nice smile.
Good evening, Senorita. Senor Ruiz. This way, please.
We fooled Cortez. He's shaking. Trying to make out whether it's you or not.
No.
Eyes certain. Eyes really worried.
He's barely moved.
Away. All right. Now's the time. Get up. Walk out onto the floor. Good. Straight ahead. Slightly left. That's it. Keep going. Steady. Slow. 3 paces from the table.
And then speak to him.
Rise up. All right. That's enough. Turn left. Keep going. Go ahead. Fast. Mind the steps. Get Lewis to drive you home the long way. Cortes will follow. I'll take the shortcut. I'll get the house by the time you get there. How do you feel?
Fine, Senor Drake.
Good. I'm very proud of my pupil.
But what if the rest of the, like, people involved, like, what if there's more military people that'll come get her once all of this gets resolved? I used to always think there's going to be people behind him. Like, every time he walks into a room, I'm like, is there going to be somebody there? Wow. I'm behind the big door. Oh, shit. Is she in a safe place up there? The Colonel, maybe? Mannequin? Oh!
Take him away.
Thoroughly enjoyed this episode. Might be my favourite one of the 3 so far, actually. It was really cool to see Drake having to go and solve this problem because the police were, like, worried about military involvement in the country. So Drake was sent here because, you know, they believe this American guy had killed this important man, but it had nothing to do with America. But obviously with tensions and things the way they are, it seemed in this show. Previously, last episode I'd said obviously the time frame of when this was made, there was a lot of, like, distrust. So to see Drake be sent here and be asked to try and, like, figure something out was really interesting. And to know that, you know, the only witness to this murder was the man's sister, but she was blind, so she could only give descriptions of his voice, his height, the smell of his aftershave or his perfume, as she referred to it, was really cool. And to see him then get this tech guy on board and create these little gadgets was very James Bond. And I think last time I said the title of last episode was very James Bond-like. So to see them create this device that enabled Drake through a watch to help this lady navigate as though she could see, and that she knew that this De Silva guy was the guy that had killed her brother, and she got to look him in the eyes in the restaurant and then leave, was brilliant. I thought this was such a clever episode, actually. And I really liked Drake during this. He just came across as, like, a really nice guy that just wanted to help this lady find who was responsible for her brother's death, but then also help stop this apparent military coup that was, you know, in progress, because even the Colonel had said, look, there's a high chance that the military want to try and get control of the police and then slowly get control of the country. And I just thought this was really clever. I'm enjoying these a lot. Like, they're just, I think I said last episode, like, I like how compact they are as a story. That kind of appeals to me quite a lot, because it also makes it quite easy for me to edit them down as well, because you kind of get the important moments. But I've thoroughly enjoyed this, thoroughly enjoyed it. I may just go watch the next one, and I will see you guys later, so thank you.